The Volvo 850 may be the most iconic and important Volvo ever made. While that is quite a bold statement, consider this if you will. In the press release, Volvo stated that the new 850 would pioneer major innovations that would revolutionize the industry. A few of them were the new transverse inline 5-cylinder engine, a world first, the new Delta Link rear suspension, automatic height-adjusting shoulder belts, the side impact protection system, which included the first ever installation of seat bolster-mounted side impact airbags, 3-point belts for all rear seat passenger positions, along with height adjustable head restraints in all passenger seating areas, and a central integrated child booster seat. Innovation and technology, as well as safety, have always been the forefront of Volvo. The 850 was known internally as Volvo's secret weapon, designed for the driving enthusiast, a radical new Volvo beneath unmistakable Volvo lines, with glued-to-the-road stability, crisp steering response, and a fun-to-drive quality. Add to that, for the 1990s, mind you, driver and front passenger airbags, side impact airbags, power adjustable driver and passenger seats, 4-wheel disc brakes with ABS, dual front climate controls, and a premium audio system. The 850 was indeed the crown jewel of Volvo. The 850 ran from 1992 to 1997 model years and was ultimately replaced by the revised version of the 850, known as the S70, using Volvo's new naming scheme in 1998. Our 850 GLT was built in Torslanda, Sweden in June of 1996. Hey everyone, in today's in-depth review series, we are taking a trip back to 1997 and taking a detailed in-depth walk-around look at this 1997 Volvo 850 GLT. Now, as stated before in the intro, the 850 was actually the crown jewel of Volvo at the time. It heralded a lot of technological features and innovations never before seen on any passenger car before. So this is kind of like the, this is basically what set everything apart. Now, I've been wanting to do an 850 for a long time, and here is my opportunity to do so. Today's subject is painted in bright white, and it features the granite leather interior. Now, normally I would put full options and pricing on screen, but however, I do not have the window sticker information for this car, so I do not know how much it cost back in 1997. And it's been very hard to find anything like that online. Now, today's review is going to be a detailed, in-depth review. We're going to cover everything from the engine to the transmission, fuel economy, interior, exterior, and everything else in between. Now, while all-wheel drive was optional, our car is actually the standard front-wheel drive configuration, and it features power coming from an aluminum block and head B5254F 2.4-liter dual overhead cam 20-valve inline 5-cylinder engine. This transverse mounted engine features lambda sound emissions, a Bosch LH 3.2 Jetronic fuel injection system, a Motronic 4.3 engine management system, and features a 10.5-to-1 compression ratio. It's a naturally aspirated engine, and it creates 168 horsepower at 6,200 RPM, 162 pound-feet of torque at 3,300 RPM. In the performance arena, the 850 is neither good nor bad. 0 to 60 miles per hour comes in at 8.5 seconds. 0 to 100 miles per hour comes in at 21.3 seconds, with a quarter mile being reached in 16.5 seconds at 87 miles per hour. The top speed is estimated to 125 miles per hour. Now, North American 850 cars come equipped with a 19.3 US gallon fuel capacity, and they consume 4.8 gallons per 100 miles driven, with an estimated total driving range of 405 miles. EPA fuel economy figures on this car are 18 miles per gallon in the city, 26 miles per gallon on the highway, and a combined average of 21 miles per gallon. And while a 5-speed manual transmission was standard equipment, our car is equipped with the optional I as in 4-speed electronically controlled AW50 42LE automatic, and it features hydraulic lockup torque converter, a 274-to-1 final drive ratio. This transmission is also equipped with economy and sport driving modes, as well as winter mode that supports third gear start. Now, as we walk around the rear, we're going to go over it in a little bit more detail here in just a few minutes, but as you can see, a very elegant design back here. It does have the Volvo and 850 badges on the back, as well as a nice little polished exhaust tip. Alrighty, around the rear of the 850, of course it's boxy because that's what Volvos were back in the 90s and the 80s. And the 850 GLT is no exception. I've been wanting to do one of these for a long time, as stated before in the video, and now I get my opportunity. Just love the way, it's just a very elegant design. It's very boxy, but then the taillights are this very rounded appearance here. Graphite trim around it, separate red for the brake lights, rear fog lights, turn indicators, all that kind of stuff. It does have a bulb malfunction, so you can see like the bulbs are actually doing some kind of weird dance right now. But, you know, it is what it is. It's a 1997 Volvo. All right, now as we walk along the profile of the car, as you can see, it is a very boxy shape. However, back in the 1990s, it was very aerodynamic. It was a lot smoother than the 240. Still a very elegant design. Actually, the 850 is nowhere near as big of a car as I kind of remember it being as a kid. It's a lot smaller than I remember, but it's an interesting take. Now on this car, steering is hydraulically assisted rack and pinion. It does feature 3.3 turns lock to lock and a 33.5-foot turning radius. The wheels on this car are 15 by 6.5-inch Sedan silver painted 6-spoke aluminum alloys, and they are shot in 195/65 R15 Dunlop Conquest Touring all-season tires. Suspension up front is independent McPherson struts with asymmetric coil springs and a 20mm stabilizer bar. The rear suspension is a unique and new Delta Link semi-independent with coil springs, gas-charged shocks, and it is paired with a 19.5mm stabilizer bar. Brakes on this car are power-assisted four-wheel disc brakes with ABS and electronic traction control. Up front, we have 11-inch vented rotors with 11.6-inch solid rotors in the rear. These brakes can halt the 850 from 70 miles per hour to 0 in 192 feet. Now, as we walk along the front of the car, as you can see, it is a very traditional Volvo face, a little bit more rounded and smoother than the predecessors, but still very much traditional Volvo. It even features the headlamp wiper washers. Alrighty, so taking a look around the front, the 850 is a very elegant design. It still retains that same boxy shape that Volvos are known for, but it is a little bit more of a rounded, fluidic shape. You do have this these really nice aerodynamic fold-away mirrors. Nice body lines going all the way down to the headlamps. Halogen headlamps, incandescent turn indicators. Of course, the traditional Volvo headlight washer wiper assembly. And of course, you do have that Volvo traditional grille there in the front. Now, before we get inside, let's take a quick look at the key. We do not have keyless remote entry on this car. However, it was an option. So we just have the Volvo single blade dual side laser cut key. Does have the Volvo insignia. And to lock the car is actually very easy. It's very simple. Locking the vehicle. Turning the key to the right towards the rear of the car actually will lock out all the doors. To unlock the door, simply turn the key to the left once towards the front. That will unlock the driver's door. To unlock all the doors, you're going to turn that key again, and all four doors are open or unlock. And let's take a quick look at the interior. Opening the door reveals a very nice interior, very nice and comfortable supportive seats. These seats are very orthopedically designed. They're covered in a nice soft leather. They do feature 8-way power adjustments for the driver and passenger, as well as 3 driver and passenger memory settings. Also included is the automatic height adjustable seat belt, shoulder belt assembly. And of course, you also have the tilt and telescoping steering wheel. You can find the perfect driving position. All right, let's take a quick look at the seats. As you can see, they look just like a Volvo seat would. They have the whiplash protecting headrests, nice high back bucket seats with leather facings as you would expect. Of course, the seats are also heated. And the driver's seat has seen some wear on the leather because it does have a lot of miles, but the seat itself is still very comfortable. Let's take a quick look at the door panel here. As you can see here, the door panel is very boxy and very utilitarian in design. It does have some soft touch vinyl here, padded armrests, some gathered vinyl here, your door pull here, and inside you do have the recessed door latch, speakers, little mat pocket here, some carpeting trim. A really nice feature here is the door open warning light. So people driving past can see that your door is open. Taking a quick look at the instrument panel here, we do have two sets of vents that both open and close. Nice amount of burl walnut trim. We have our rear fog lamp control here, instrument panel brightness and dim control, headlamp control here, your power lock switch here, multifunction levers on the steering column. Inside the driver's footwell, we do have the hood release in red and just a gas and brake pedal down here. Volvo branded floor mats. Do have the power seat adjustments here, the memory settings here, memory program, and the SIPS bag indicator. Of interesting note, the airbags actually expired in April of 2007. In addition, we also have a sunroof. All right, now that we're inside, let's pan through the interior. We're going to show more details. As you can see, nice fluidic, hydraulically assisted power steering, a nice thick 4-spoke steering wheel, very featureless though. Thick rim, nice big airbag cover here, the Volvo logo in the middle, and the horn, but nothing else. There's no steering wheel controls or anything like that. So what you see is kind of what you get, really. Yeah. Controls, we have multi-function controls here. So we do have our cruise control, so off, on, set and resume, set speeds here. We also have our turn indicators and our high beams and flash to pass. Over on the right hand side, we do have our wiper washer controls and our headlamp washer control. Just looking straight ahead of us is a very traditional Volvo gauge cluster. This one does not have a turbo boost gauge, however, but fuel level here, coolant temperature, 140 mile per hour speedometer, and a 7,000 RPM tach. We do have a digital display here, and currently is showing the time and the outside temperature. And we do have two warning lights, the traction control and the ABS light. But this vehicle has 274,813 miles at the time of this recording. Over here on the other side, we have our traction control system, sunroof control, and our heated rear window and heated mirror controls, as well as our 4-way flashers. All right, pan over the top of the dash. As you can see, the dash is actually in decent shape, considering the age of the vehicle. It's held up together pretty well, except for this little section over here where the airbag cover is, and where it kind of goes down into the air vents. But as you can do see, 1997, we had dual airbags plus a side impact airbag. So this car was pretty advanced for its time. Locking glove box opens to reveal your owner's manual, a couple of recessed cup holders there, and a nice amount of storage. All right, moving down the center stack, as you can see here, the dash is warped a little bit, but to break up the monotony of all the black trim, or granite as Volvo calls it, we do have this nice warm burl wood trim. It is a genuine walnut trim. And over here we do have a thing called air mix, and what that does is that blends the fresh air in with the recirculated air, and it kind of helps keep the cabin comfortable. A couple more air vents here. You can close and open them via these rocker switches here. We do have dual zone climate control, so we have driver and passenger temperature controls and panel distribution controls, as well as fully automatic controls here. We also have fan speed control, and by switching over here, turns it into auto. We have recirculate, and our AC, we can turn auto or off. And moving down, we do have the AM/FM CD player and cassette player. Does have bass, treble, and fade, 6-channel memory, all that kind of stuff. Moving down the center stack here, more walnut trim. This is a genuine wood. We do have our shift control here, heated seat controls up front. We do have our drive mode selectors right here. And then over here we have our parking brake and our power window switches. We have window lockout here, and our driver and passenger side mirror control. On the center armrest, this folds out to reveal some cup holders. And of course, this center armrest opens up to reveal a small amount of storage. So overall, the interior of the 850 is actually just a very nice place to be. Very comfortable, a very quiet car. Very typical Volvo. Now overhead, we do have a manually dimming rearview mirror. We also have overhead reading lights here. And we have our dome override, so you can turn off, open with the doors, and completely on. We've also got padded sun visors that open up to reveal illuminated vanity mirrors. And of course, the visors do swing out, but they do not slide. And you have fixed in place overhead assist handles, as stated before, the automatic height adjusting shoulder belts. So, a pretty well equipped car. Alrighty, now let's take a look at the rear seat. The rear doors open nice and wide. And of course, getting into the back seat is actually very easy due to the wide opening doors. And of course, we do have 3 across seating, 3-point belts for all 3 passenger seating, also 3 across high adjustable head restraints. And you've also got a really nice trick center folding armrest that doubles as a child seat booster seat. It also includes trunk pass-through. And here's a quick look at the seats here. Of course, as you can see, very nice and roomy back here. Here's another look at the child seat here, which I find very cool. I love the mechanism that controls that. And it just allows for the traditional seat belt to be used. However, it would be nice if it offered some kind of cup holders or anything. There are no cup holders back here. However, what you do have is an expansive greenhouse back here, so very light and airy. You've also got these speakers in the back. Overhead, we do have overhead assist handles, reading lights, and coat hooks. We've also got seat back mat pockets, and no controls. No heated seats back here, no air vents, nothing. We also have carpeted floor mats. And of course, the door panels look just the same as they do up front. You've even got the nice recessed release handle here, power window switches here, some more carpeting down here, speaker grill. And if you'd like to fold the seats, that's very easy to do. Just simply reach up here, hold that release lever. 60/40 split folding seat. This is the 40 side, and that side over there is the 60 side. Now, it wouldn't be a car review video without looking at the trunk, so we're going to do that real quick. To lock the trunk, simply turn the key to the left, and that locks the trunk. To unlock it, simply turn it to the right until you hear it click. And underneath the license plate plinth, right about the center of the trunk line, there's a handle, and you can open up the trunk itself. Now, under normal circumstances, the trunk is actually supported by hydraulic struts. However, right now it's basically on its own weight, so it's a very heavy trunk lid. But as you can see here, even with the seats up, you have a nice amount of cargo space. Nice load flat floor. It's carpeted all around. That pass through there. And then, of course, underneath the floor, you have your compact spare tire with jack and tools. However, by dropping the seats, as you can see on screen, your cargo capacity greatly increases. Those are the hydraulic struts there that support the trunk lid up. And closing the trunk is as easy as just letting it fall and latch. Alrighty, and there you have it, the 1997 Volvo 850 GLT. We hope you found this video informative and entertaining. I'm glad I found this car by accident and was able to film it with my iPhone. If you like this video, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews and our Instagram channel at BrensoJ1. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.